Hi everyone, welcome back to the latest episode of Hero Academy, featuring Benedetta. Benedetta is an assassin fighter with high mobility who can chase and burst enemies, suited for EXP lane or jungler. Skills explanation. Passive, elapsed daytime. When holding down basic attack, Benedetta charges up sword intent. After the sword intent is fully charged, Benedetta will dash in the direction she is facing, dealing damage. Benedetta also gains sword intent by dealing damage with her basic attacks and skills. First skill, Phantom Slash. Benedetta withdraws and after a short delay, her shadow slashes forward in a fan-shaped area and Benedetta dashes forward dealing damage. The rectangle area deals more damage compared to the fan-shaped area outside the rectangle. Second skill, An Eye for an Eye. Benedetta gains control immunity while blocking damage from any source for a while, then dashes in the designated direction, dealing damage. If Benedetta receives any damage before dashing, she gains full sword intent. If she fends off any control effects, her stab stuns the target for 1.5 seconds. Ultimate, Electo, Final Blow. After a short delay, Benedetta dashes forward, dealing damage and reducing enemy movement speed by half in the rectangle area for 2.5 seconds. She also gains a full sword intent after her dash. Benedetta passive can be confusing and hard to play at first because of her delayed skills. It is recommended to practice her passive in practice mode to get a hang of her passive and basic attack. Try differentiating her basic attack and passive well. Skills combo. In this section, I will include Petrify for the role of EXP laner. Jungle role can ignore the Petrify in the combo. First combo. Passive. Petrify. First skill. Passive. Then second skill. Second combo. Passive. Ultimate. Petrify. Then passive or first or second skill depending on the situation. During the laning phase for EXP lane, Benedetta can use the first combo to clear lane quickly or poke the enemies. As Benedetta has high mobility, it is recommended to cut lane and rotate to help in team fights or gank. This puts you at an advantage especially over slow and tanky enemy EXP laner. However, be wary of enemies on the map as it can lead to ambush. During team fights, the second combo can be used. The timing of Petrify is very important depending on where the enemy is. If the enemy is in the middle of the ultimate, use it in a short while after casting ultimate. If the enemy is at the end of the ultimate, use it after Benedetta has dashed to the end. After casting ultimate, there isn't really a combo but more on assessing the situation than casting. For example, if you anticipate that you are going to get stun, cast second skill after ultimate, then first skill or passive. If you manage to stun enemies by petrifying, cast first skill first or passive for maximum damage output. Recommended spell. Petrify for EXP lane, Retribution for jungle. Recommended emblem set. Recommended build. Strong against. Weak against. Best teammates. Pro tip number 1. Benedetta can cast her ultimate on minions or any creeps to dive enemies with her passive. This is possible as she constantly gains sword intent from her ultimate. Pro tip number 2. Use her second skill wisely. Try not to waste it while clearing lane or using it for mobility. Her second skill can be very useful especially against control effects. If you are about to get stun or receive a burst damage, you can use it towards the enemy to stun them instead. Well, that wraps up today's episode of Hero Academy, featuring Benedetta. Subscribe to stay tuned for the next tutorial featuring the new hero chip. Until next time, we'll be seeing you in the land of dawn.